Welcome to day 13 of the Get Productive Challenge. This is Jonathan at Simple Life Habits, and today is about developing the habit of clearing your inboxes on a daily basis. And so what I'm going to do is I want to give you an overview once again, because I really want this to sink in so you get this and you understand it. And then I'll talk about and show you exactly how I clear out my inboxes daily. The truth is we're getting stuff thrown at us all the time, and there's going to be things left, or there's going to be things that are going to fall through the cracks when we do not have a systemized way to process this information. So like we've set up before, remember we set up an email that we could forward just about anything to. So if something gets thrown into our Gmail, we can process it there. Remember we talked about our 3x5 cards. When we're focused and we're busy and we don't want to forget it, we can just jot it down and process it later. And so hopefully you've gone through those steps and set everything up. So again, I'm just going to draw a diagram here. Again, here's you. And like I mentioned, you're getting things thrown at you all the time in your email, from phone calls, from people walking in and interrupting, and all this stuff is getting thrown at you, right? From all these different places. And so the best way to handle all this stuff that's getting thrown at you all day long is to have a systemized way to process it all. So remember, you're either going to forward that to Evernote, or if you set up Workflowy, which is our to-do list, and Brainstorm and List Keeper, then you've thrown it into there. If you've written down on a 3x5 card, then I would encourage you as soon as possible that you get it into Workflowy or into Evernote, whatever makes more sense. So the process from there is pretty simple. What we're going to do is, if you haven't already done this, set up a folder, your default folder, as Inbox inside Evernote. And let me jump over to Evernote and show you right here. I have, with the arrow pointing here, this is my inbox. So currently I've got 8 items in there, and I'm going to show you in just a second how we're going to process that. You also want to have it's a good idea to have the same exact thing inside of Workflowy. Now you can just go ahead and throw it right underneath your areas of focus. Sometimes I do that, but when I'm busy and I don't want to take too much time to think about it, I just throw it into the inbox. Let me show you what that looks like. So again, we have inbox and areas of focus. Areas of focus is another way to say our to-do list. And when I specifically in the next module show you how to process that and how to go about your day, it'll make sense. But for now, remember, we can just hit this plus sign, and we've got these items here that just got thrown in, and maybe I just threw these in there because I was thinking about it in the middle of working on something else, and so I just tossed it into here because I was close by my computer. Okay, so those are the essential pieces, is that you have those inboxes set up, and hopefully you've done that. And then the next goal is that you're going to process this on a regular basis. I would say daily. If not, maybe you end up doing it a couple times throughout the day. But you don't want stuff to just sit in there. Okay, and here's a quick and easy way of how I do that. So again, in Evernote, everything gets thrown in there. Some of these items have come from other people because I give them my email address that is hooked into Evernote. So when they send me stuff, that way I can keep track of it. It's a lot better than just having it sit in your email box or whatever. So I've got a few items here. Here's a PDF I want to read, so I have a folder called PDF Reading. I could do the same thing with this one. And this may actually be a little bit slow because I'm recording at the same time. But you can see I'm just kind of going through this. Like, this was something that was sent to me by somebody else. And those are notes from a message at church, so I'm just going to throw that into there. And I'm going to keep doing this over and over again until I get all of this stuff neatly organized. And later, and again, this is information that is either support material for projects that you're currently working on, or this information could also be just reference PDFs or reference files or things that you're reading or things that you're learning about. You can just throw all of this in there. And some of this stuff can be related to, like, this has to do with affiliate commissions from one of my blogs, so I like to keep all my login details in one place, so that way I can go and search it later and easily find different login details if I need to. And this is another PDF that I want to read. Okay, so now I've cleared that inbox out. So tomorrow or the next day I may come back in here and there's more items in here. And I want to make sure I just keep processing that and clean it. In the real world, it's like taking stuff that's on your desk, papers, and filing it away in your file drawer. But you can see that's pretty quick and easy. So let's also do that with our to-do list. Remember, just as a reminder, this is like your reference and support material. And this is your to-do list, and sometimes just brainstorming. It's a great tool to do that. Okay, so we're going to jump back into Workflowy and show you how you can quickly and easily process this. So I'm going to expand my areas of focus. And just give me a second here, and I'll expand all this. Okay, so that's what I got, not a whole lot yet, but okay, let's say this right here, mow the yard. If I come over here, I can drag this anywhere I want it to go. So this is going to go in underneath the other 5%. And I'm just going to tab that over, make sure it gets underneath there. I'm going to process this next one about running to the post office. That's going to go down there as well. I can put this directly into there. Same thing with setting an appointment. That's going to go in the other. Okay, write a new blog post is going to go under the creating content, which that's one of my areas of focus that I do on a regular basis. And I don't just include blog posts. I mean, even what I'm doing right now is I'm focused in on creating content. Now this upgrade blog to a new theme, that is going to be managing my blogs, which is another area of focus for me. So I'm going to drag and drop that in there, and I'm just going to tab that over. Okay, so as we move on, I'm going to show you how, because this list obviously is going to start getting bigger and bigger as you begin to think of more stuff. And I would even encourage you to, if you want to, just to get everything out of your head in that inbox and then organize it underneath your areas of focus. Don't worry about being overwhelmed with having too many items on this list, because I'm going to show you in a future video how you can focus in on just viewing and seeing what you want to get done today. So later, if I've got, 40 items underneath this creating content, I can remember again, I can click on this bullet point, and now I am focused in on just my role of creating content. So that's just to kind of show you one example, but then I'll show you another example how you can even drill down even closer to getting stuff done. So hopefully it's beginning to kind of put everything together for you. Again, we're processing reference material, support material, documents, future vacation trips, information, just any kind of reference file into Evernote. And then we're processing that into folders on a regular basis, dragging and dropping them. And then we're also using the Workflowy for the task items, the action items, the areas of focus that you put together earlier. We're going to make sure that we spend the majority of our day in those areas of focus by creating to-do lists under each of those areas. So that is the process in a nutshell. I look forward to having you another video. Again, if you're just following on this video, maybe through YouTube, go to simplelifehabits.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll start receiving this Get Productive challenge. It's free. You can start getting it from day one right away.